Miss Claire, you're not a noble anymore. I'm not one to throw my life away in vain. No, you can't.
Yay, it's time for Villainess. Also known as cute lesbian couple with cute kids. At this point of the story.
Yeah, we learned that, not surprisingly, that one of the twins does not have any magical capability.
Mm-hmm.
There could be reasons why that is, but instead of kind of figuring that out, she's gonna be a sword god, okay? She's gonna be a sword god. So yeah, Leia doesn't have any magic aptitude. Her sister, on the other hand, is another quadcaster. Manadia's got some competition. That being said, though, May right now just can't really focus on that. She doesn't even want to meditate, okay? She like wants to bounce off the walls. We saw Rod again.
I was gonna say Prince Rod is back.
Prince Rod is back.
But he's not Prince anymore. Rod.
Yeah, Rod's back.
Non-Prince
Still
Rod.
trying to see if he can take right away from Claire. Good luck, buddy.
Right.
But other than that, yeah.
Right. Claire's my whole life. Rod, I can get with you, right? No.
Yeah, exactly.
Good luck.
So anyway, we're going to read some comments and then we're going to read more.
Yeah.
All right, we've got Ginger Cat. May and Leia learning the results of the magic aptitude test is an emotional moment.
To say the least. I felt so bad.
I know. With May being about being able to use magic on her own on all 4 elements, making her the kingdom's first quadcaster and second to their world next to Manadia. Oh yeah, that's right. Manadia can use 3, not 4. Oh.
Wait, so making her the kingdom's first quadcaster and the second in
never
the
mind.
world
Yeah.
next to Minaria.
Yeah, I can't
So
read.
because Minaria's not in their kingdom.
That's true. But there's 2 quadcasters now.
Yeah.
Whereas Leia doesn't have the aptitude to use magic on her own. So we'll learn to cook and sword. Maybe someone could invent a tool for her. Where's the words Annis? Magic. I'm thinking about that too. In book 2, fishing rod was missing, presumed dead after the volcanic
Fishing
eruption, so
rod.
Prince Thane became king instead. Challenging Prince Thane for succession to the throne, Fishing Rod chose to surrender his claim. Manadia and Lily won't be happy if they hear Fishing Rod saying he's available if Rey and Claire split. Manadia with a sword, interesting image. Would be interesting to see her in armor, say mixture of black leather and steel plates and steel plate breastplate. You don't need to wait until book 4. Our favorite Cardinal, she's in book 3. Yes, we meet Cardinal Lily in the next chapter. I'm not there yet though. I'm not there yet, though.
Not quite.
Logan! There's a reason why the sword god was able to defeat the entire Sos battalion all by herself with just a sword. As far as the demons, you will be surprised when you find out the coolest part about them. But that's in book 5.
Oh.
Everything cool's like in book 5 or 4, okay?
4 and 5.
All right.
But we're still in book 3.
We're still in book 3 and we're really early in.
Go. Drinks. Story time.
It's story time. Sit back and relax.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Why are you looking at me like that, Bingy?
Our cat's judging us, as
I'm
cats
being
do.
judged. The doorbell rang. I was currently home, cooking dinner while I waited for Claire to return from work. The vegetable pork soup, simmering in the pot, still needed more time. I couldn't extinguish the flame like I could with gas stove, so instead I left it to simmer. As I prioritized answering the door. Who is it? Oh, Matt. It's been a while, Ray. I opened the door to find... I don't know. Matt Monte waiting for me. I suspect most readers have forgotten about him. So to refresh your memory,
that's me.
Matt was a former student of the academy, one who was severely injured during the Communist movement. Oh, that was the guy that got really hurt.
Okay.
And what came to be known as the courtyard incident. Claire and I had gone to ask him for his visions of the events as he recuperated in the spiritual church's clinic. He had graduated after the revolution and became a bureaucrat in the new government.
I'm petting the cat. She's down here now. You want to come back up here?
Actually, why don't you come inside? I have to keep it on the stove. Ah, thanks. Pardon the intrusion. I showed Matt to the living room and returned to the stove. Good, nothing's burnt. Mind if I cook and talk? Not at all. It might be a long talk, though. Where's Miss Claire? Matt had resented nobility even since the courtyard incident.
Another cat is rubbing on my
but
legs.
he always addressed Claire respectfully.
I can't pay attention to them both. Okay, go ahead.
I thought a little strange. She's still at the academy. Did you know she became a teacher? I've heard. She's amazing, you know. She was the hero of the revolution, but chose not to take position in the new government. She's nothing like the other nobles, the ones who only act with their own interest. So that's how it was. Matt respected Claire for the role she played in the success of the revolution, despite being a noble herself, and for willingly living the life of an ordinary citizen afterward. So, what brings you here today? Well, to tell the truth, Matt hesitated. I turned my eyes from the stove, looking over my shoulder at him. We want Miss Claire to go to the Empire. What?
To the Empire?
What's the meaning of this? Claire sternly asked Matt. She'd made it home shortly after Matt's arrival. It was dinner time for our family, so we called the children home to eat and asked Matt to join. The children regarded Matt with curiosity, as it was their first time meeting, but quickly lost interest and went to play in their room once they finished eating. Allow me to start updating you on the recent changes to the international crisis. Matt reached into his bag and pulled out a world map. As I'm sure you know, the New Empire has aggressively invaded a number of countries over the years. Many have been reduced to vassal states. He pointed to a large country bordering the eastern side of the Bear Kingdom. Let's see. Even if we aren't safe from the Empire mechanics... No, not mechanics. machinations. We would have become their puppets if not for Miss Claire and Ray's efforts, and the aid from the South and the Alps. Yes, but what now? Claire pressed. Matt continued. South and the Alps have also experienced acts of aggression from the Noor Empire. That's why the three nations have decided to come together and form an allied force under the leadership of Queen Minardi of Sose. Dude, you're gonna mention her and she's not until the next book? What is this?
Me, a mention. Hark.
Me, this is not good enough.
There's a mention of Minaria.
An allied force? I had no idea things were so dire. Claire frowned as she muttered. We'd taken a back seat on political matters immediately after the establishment of the new government. It was hard to believe that the world politics have soured so much since then. But the Noor Empire is canny, Matt said. Before the alliance could be made official, they proposed a peace treaty to the Bar Kingdom. I see, so that's why they're aiming for us. Claire nodded, understanding the implications. I have no idea what's going on. Can you explain?
Sweat drop.
They're trying to buy us time. Isn't that right, Matt? It's as you say. Renee's like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
According to Claire's explanation, it was this. Despite being military superheroes, the Noor Empire didn't stand much of a chance against the combined might of the Bar Kingdom, South, and the Alps. They would need time to gather their forces, hence the peace treaty. Let's see. The fact that they picked us off... wait, that was not good. Oh, wait. The fact is they picked us off as a treaty is pretty telling with regard to the country's circumstances as well. Let me guess. They can have tight resources, and despite just moving to establishments alliance with South and Alps, wishes to avoid war if possible. You saw through it, Miss Claire. Matt said with admiration. What's that got to do with Miss Claire going to the Empire, I asked. The Empire proposed an exchange, student program as a sign of goodwill between the nations. Claire's name came up as a candidate. Me? Why? Claire looked bewildered. She was nothing more than a mere citizen after all. Purely political reasons, the Noor Empire set their crown prince for exchange. The Bar Kingdom has sent someone still your value in return. Still, why me? I'm no longer very noble. Yes, but you are the hero who changed the foundations of this kingdom, and you thwarted the plans of the Empire.
Yeah, she's
You want Miss Claire to be a hostage?
Oh,
I finally understood what's going on. They intended to sacrifice Claire. That's enough. We refuse. Please hear me out. No! Blood rushed into my head. I grew livid. We finally found some peace and quiet at the revolution. Why should Claire have to suffer again? A calm voice called out, Ray, calm down. Let's hear him out. Miss Claire! I couldn't believe what she was saying. Yet those calm eyes of hers still surfaced to the deep lake shut me effectively than her scowling ever did. Please continue, Matt. Yes, officially speaking, the kingdom will be sending Lady Yu, as she was formerly third in line for the throne. Miss Claire will be going as her attendant.
Oh?
Of course, no one would accept the formal noble in exchange for a crown prince. Let's see here. I'm sure you've already realized this, but we're also choosing to send those whose absence wouldn't greatly impact the kingdom to operate. We'd send government officials if we could, but the administration still lacks stability.
Okay, I'm gonna try and put her down.
Naturally, Lady Yu has abandoned her right to the throne, and I'm nothing more than a citizen. It's a splendid... Oh, naturally, Lady Yu has abandoned her right to the throne, and I'm nothing more than a citizen. It's a splendid decision. I couldn't keep up with the conversation. I felt like I didn't know this Claire at all, like she had become a completely different person. But deep down, I knew Claire was wrong. The Claire before me was the same noble Claire who was willing to walk into her own execution.
Ooh.
You are so cuddly.
I know.
It's not even cold, and your ears aren't what you're drooling.
Yeah, you got her drool in your hand. You need a tissue. You're wiping her face.
Do you really want...
They can't see what's happening.
Do you still want to see her drool?
She just wiped her little face. Her little jewel face. You're okay.
We're aware this request is unreasonable. Of course, we will prepare whatever compensation we can, but it will likely won't be much the risk that you'll be undertaking. Claire said nothing.
Yikes.
Let's see here. The kingdom has no other choice. I ask, would you please accept this unreasonable request? Matt bowed deeply. I prayed for Claire's next words to be one of refusal, but she simply replied, will you give me a week to decide? Why didn't you turn him down, Miss Claire? I handed Claire the moment Matt left, changing to her chest as she stood stock. Quiet down, Ray. You'll scare the girls. She was calm and stark conscious of my frenzied state. I hated that calmness, but I didn't want to scare the children either. I spoke in a collected tone as I could muster. She wants all your attention.
Yeah, the cat does, in case you're wondering.
Oh,
She's
you can't
still on
see
my
her.
lap. No, they can't see her. She's on my lap.
I'm sorry, but you shouldn't refuse him on the spot. There's no reason to accept this request. You're right. As a citizen, I have no reason to accept. So you understand? I was oh, sweet summer child. I was relieved. She couldn't overcome her pride after all. But then there's no need to wait a week. But if I were to refuse, what do you think would happen? Claire cut me off. I was stunned for a moment, but gathered myself thoughts about it. Won't they just have someone else go? Indeed. They'll find someone else who's willing to satisfy the conditions. And what's wrong with that? I couldn't understand what Claire was getting at, not one bit, yet my heart drummed hard, warning me I wouldn't like the outcome awaiting her. The Empire is a dangerous place to be. Of course it is. That's why, if I were to refuse, someone else would be sent to the danger in my stead. Claire so noble.
Aww.
Claire looked at me square in the eye as she spoke. Had she not changed? Had she not grown accustomed to civilian life since Revolution? Had she not wished to continue this ordinary yet happy life with May, Lay, and I? No, she hasn't changed. At her core, she was the same person she'd been before the revolution. She was still proud and honest, and she never allowed others to suffer in her place, just like that virtuous noble of the past. And against Once again, the same Claire would sacrifice herself for someone else's sake. Miss Claire, you're not a noble anymore. You can't think about your own happiness now. That's not it, Ray. I made the decision with my own happiness in mind.
Oh.
Claire beckoned me to sit down, and she sat down herself. I still was unnerved, but obeyed, partially to try and calm my nerves. Let's see here. Nothing makes me happier than knowing you and my daughters are happy as well. It's the same for us. Your happiness is our happiness. Thank you, Ray. But this happiness can only last as long as we have peace.
I thought it was
Claire
to protect
softly
their
spoke
lives
softly,
there.
as if soothing a child throwing
I
a
just
temper
saw
tantrum.
like a blue colored bird
Blue jay?
jumping along in their backyard.
Bath time?
Oh, the cat's taking a bath. Yeah, go ahead. Don't let me interrupt. I petted her and she stopped.
The kingdom is still unstable. It's only been a year since revolution. Matt is right. We have no other choice. But that doesn't mean you have to be the one to sacrifice yourself. Stop blowing this page away. I've raised my voice. Don't misunderstand. I'm not sacrificing myself. I'm going so I can secure peace with the kingdom with my own hands. The girl making this bold declaration was unmistakably the same girl I've fallen for all this time. If I were to refuse Matt's request, Claire continued, I would be entrusting our future to a stranger, and I will not stand for that.
The bird's right there.
Where is the bird? Where? I don't see it.
Oh, lean in this way. Oh, it just moved.
Oh, it is a blue jay! I haven't seen a blue jay in a long time. Wow. Intermission for blue jay. I've never seen one this close. Oh, it's got some food.
Should I try and take a picture?
I'm going to try.
Okay, your phone's right here.
Well, this is my other phone.
Oh, your other phone? Okay. Multiple phones.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh, okay.
She's
Maybe
gone
it'll
too.
be back. Maybe it'll be back. And if it does come back, we'll take a picture and post it or something. Yeah.
All right. Miss Claire. This was the Claire. The girl had always played the hand she was dealt with and never sat idle. The villainess who wasn't afraid to get her hands dirty and have her way. I'm not one to throw my life away in vain. Trust me, I'll have the Empire dancing in the palm of my hand soon enough. Just watch me. Claire seemed to say that as she smiled. I'm going for the sake of my family's happiness.
Oh.
I saw live determination in Claire's eyes. I couldn't help it. I couldn't stop her again. I was going to lose her again. I gave up all hope, making Claire's next words all more shock. And you're coming too, Ray. Huh?
Ray, too?
Of course you're coming. Where I go, you go. Do you think you have the choice in the matter? Hey, she tell you what's up.
The blue jay just jumped onto the roof. And the cat's gone, by the way, so if the blue jay comes back, then I can take a picture.
Claire tried her best to sound haughty, but I could tell it was an act. She couldn't hide the overflowing trust and love in her words. Did you really think I was going alone? I'm sorry. Actually, it's my fault, isn't it? I do have a prior offense. Claire smiled wildly, but we both recall what happened during the revolution. I thought it was best for everyone, but I was wrong. It finally hit me when you cried at my execution, showing me your true selflessness for the first time. She stood from her chair and walked over to me, softly hugging my shoulders.
Aww.
I'll never leave you alone again, no matter the danger. We'll face it together. She nearly touched her forehead to mine, turned into my eyes and asked, will you come with me? Of course I will! I'd come with you if you beg me not to. Good. We giggled before exchanging a quick peck on the lips. But what about May and Alea? You're not thinking of bringing them, are you? Well, I feel bad for them. We'll have to leave them in care of someone you can trust. Maybe the cathedral priest or Master Rob. No, you can't. Our beloved daughters ran in suddenly. I've been wondering why it was so quiet in their room. They must have been eavesdropping.
What happened? Something bad? Oh no, the picture! You have to show it. The picture.
Also, like, maybe, I don't know who's who, because they both have different hairstyles.
Right.
I know that the longer hair one might be Alea, because she kind of has similar to Claire.
Oh,
She likes to be like her, and May
she
might
wants to
with
be
the
like
short
her.
hair.
Okay.
Also, this is very sad. I might get emotional here. What are you two doing here? Oh, May, Alea. I'm going wherever you two go, May insisted. Me too, Alea insisted as well. The two rolled their eyes. I'm sorry, but the place we're going is very No! We're coming too. They cut Claire off again. I didn't think I'd even see them react to anything strongly before.
Oh.
May, Alea, you can't abandon us. I don't want to be alone again. Claire looked like a deer in the caught in the headlights. I probably wore a similar expression. How have we forgotten? May and Alea had been passed on to their relatives after their parents died and became orphans when those relatives died in turn. By the time we met them, their suffering had made them cold and blank, motionless dolls made of an image of people. They recovered thanks to the love of Claire and I showing them, but the memory of those times still live inside them. They couldn't help but react now. Are you going to abandon us too? Are we going to be alone again? I don't want to be alone. I want to be with my mothers. Oh, good gravy. They sobbed, their small, trembling frames, as they pleaded with us. Claire froze up, unsure of what to do. Yeah, I mean... Miss Claire, let's take them with us. Ray, do you know what you're saying? Claire seemed appalled. I suggested such a thing, but I pressed my case. It'll be fine. I've made up my mind. We'll face the Empire head on. Ray. Claire looked at me nonplussed, but I smiled at her in my approach to May. I'm sorry I worried you two. We're not going to leave you again. Really? Really? Yeah, so Nashana, can you promise to be good girls? Yeah. May and Alea looked in my arms. I wasn't often that they did this with me. We really scared them. It's not like me to try and play things safe. I could protect my family myself. I made a decision. All that remained was to prepare and take action. For the first time, what felt like an eternity, I kicked my brain into top gear. Let's see. A spin-off? That's right. The night after we decided to go to the Empire as a family, Claire and I began discussing our plans. May and Alea were already in bed, so the only ones in the living room were Claire and me, along with a bunch of documents I had prepared. Let's see. Oh my god, they don't say who's who, and I hate when they do that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna do my best here.
Okay.
As I explained to you during the new revolution, I'm able to predict. As I'm explaining to you during the revolution, I'm able to predict events of the world to a degree. Right, something about a book of prophecies. Correct.
A book of prophecies.
Well, it wasn't actually a book of prophecies, but a dating sim.
Yeah.
The name of the book of prophecies was Revolution, and a spin-off one called Revolution Lilyside. Revolution Lilyside, or Revo Lily for short, was, as you might have guessed it from the title, a Yuri spin-off of Revolution! Yes! The truth was, I actually played Revo Lily before the Revolution. I was kind of a nerd who played all kinds of games, but my sexual orientation that made me particularly fond of Yuri games. Yuri games hadn't been popular back in my first turn at youth, but Revo Lily had still managed to be widely regarded as a masterpiece. Revolution Lilyside, that's a bit long, so shortening it to Revo Lily, has information about the Empire that we can use.
Revo Lily
was one of the many spin-offs released after the success of the Revolution. Its protagonist was the Prince of the Nor Empire. You played as pursuing one of the 3 love interests, which were the Empress, a government official, and a classmate. Of course, being a Yuri game, all their relevant characters were women, and I eventually came to the original Revolution, and after falling for Claire, who made a guest appearance on Revo Lily as an exiled noble. Let's see. If we guide Princess Feline down a certain route, the entire empire will fall apart. Really? Really? There's a revolution route with Revo Lily too. You could opt to romance no one and instead lay the revolution to overthrow the imperial government, just like the original revolution, which was in fact the very same route I had taken a year prior. That said, bringing down entire government of the Empire would just open up a whole new can of worms. It's not completely off the table, but for now let's aim to bring down any elements agitating for conflict. Sounds good. It seemed like I was pulling off this information out of thin air, but Claire agreed unhesitatingly, regardless. I love you, I said. Well, what are you saying so suddenly? Just think how nice it is you trust me. Well, why wouldn't I? I proceeded to basking for a moment in Claire's love for me. We need the support of many members to make this plan work. The most importantly, person will be Feline. She's extremely shy and has trouble speaking her mind. Can such a person really start a revolution? Not now. But there's a character growth that makes her so interesting. Growth? In that book of prophecies? Sorry, just thinking to myself. In my experience, the protagonists of dating sims tend to be devoid of personality, and I understood that this was meant to allow the player to project themselves onto the characters, but I still didn't love it. Revo Lily's protagonist, Feline, started out as such a husk, but as the story progressed, she grew stronger and more independent. This growth was most notable in the Revolution route. Incidentally, Claire, as a guest character, always proved to be the greatest obstacle in Feline's path. She played the role of Villainess, just like in the first game, but had many more cool scenes than the original one. In one, Feline's codenamed Claire as the criminal, and had her executed. But Claire just laughed defiantly in her high-pitched voice as they lopped off her head. That's an image. I watched that scene countless times. Always falling into 3-day depression afterwards. Anyway, our plan of action is to make contact with Feline and lead her down the right route. Okay, what should I do then? I can't let you do all the heavy lifting after all. Claire said, filling me with assurance. This time I wasn't working alone. With Claire by my side, I could do anything. First, let me cross-reference the events I remember against the events that have occurred. In the version of the events I remember, Claire was influential noble of the Empire. Of the Empire? How could spinning be possible? Meh, let's skip over that for now. She said, meh, let's skip over that for now. What? Isn't it something like important? We're skipping it. I don't get you sometimes. We're skipping it. I didn't want to explain. It would take too long. Anyway, the Claire from the Book of Prophecies supports the Nor Empire, which means you're the opposite situation now. I see. In that case, your knowledge might not be too helpful here. Compared to the Revolution, yes, but that doesn't mean it's completely useless. I'm counting on you. Her words made me so happy that I wanted to hug her tight right then and there. We're talking about serious stuff, so I restrained myself. Anyway, you can do that, okay.
You can restrain
Actually,
yourself.
your current position might make things easier. What do you mean? Claire tilted her head. She was just as curious. Feline is shy, but she's also kind. And she doesn't approve of the aggression action taken by her government. Which means she holds you in high regard as someone who can achieve a non-violent revolution while thwarting the Empire. Really? Claire was doubtful. Well, I'm sure it's not actually that simple, but we should have some interest in you that we can take advantage of it. Bro. Is that going to be the girl that I know we're going to have a girl who's going to like Claire. Is it going to be Feline? Claire sighed. I feel like I'm a shameless adult trying to deceive an innocent girl. Perhaps that's not too far off. Don't worry, I'll be shameless with you. I guess we have no other choice. I imagine that Claire on board so far. I continue as she sipped her tea. There's a good chance we'll make contact with Feline during the exchange student program. Once we do that, things can begin. So we're looking up to luck. I prefer playing it by ear. From time I could tell you, could you try to memorize all this information about Revo Lily I've written down here? I can't, but it's really all right. Didn't you say sharing the future might change it to something you can't predict? I was surprised she remembered. That had been quite a while back. I couldn't tell you back then because of the matter directly concerning you. This time it's different. We can work together to woo Feline. Perfect.
Alright.
Oh, you just want me to burn you that badly. Wait, what? Oh, wait, I'm sure I missed something. I bet she knows. Give me a second. Could you not say woo? It sounds like we're trying to court her. Perv. Oh, you want me to burn you that badly? Claire asks as the Francois family crest floated above her head. It was just a joke, Miss Claire. There's no need for you to magic ray, please. You'll burn the house down.
Oh, you'll burn the house down.
Well, let me start by discussing Feline's circumstances. There's quite a bit to cover. Sounds easy enough. Claire said, memorization is one of my strong suits. From that day onward, we began designing our plan to manipulate the Empire.
It's like about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I need more water.
Okay. Water break.
Water break.
Wow, I don't think we've heard that there was a spin-off before now. A Yuri spin-off. Oh my. Your Yuri goggles?
Transformation goggles and Yuri goggles. They're both. I don't know why these don't bother me, but they bother you.
Yeah.
Where does one leave off at? Oh my.
Oh! Not much longer.
Okay. Okay. And that's everything that happened us now. Who are you talking to, Ray? Just myself? Until I returned to where the story started. The present day right after Claire had given me an out-of-body experience by treating me to her wonderful home cooking. We know girl can't cook. We've done all the planning we could. All that's left for you is to put into action. I said, yes, there's been numbers of surprises along the way, but I have a feeling it'll work out. No, we'll make it work. That's a spirit, Miss Claire. You're marvelous. Don't make fun of me. Claire huffed, but I saw a smile on her face. She was so easy to please. Our preparations involved many things, including having Hans, the shopkeeper from my hometown, send us information about the Empire. I was confident this would be largely identical to that of the game, but I wanted to make sure that the Empire, as it existed in this reality, was faithful to its representation. Oh no.
Okay.
I wouldn't have gone to such lengths if it were just me going, but Claire and our two daughters were coming better safe than sorry. Other than Hans, I also asked Rod and my father-in-law, Dole Whip, to thoroughly investigate the situation we were walking into. I couldn't verify every minute of detail from the game, but so far it seemed that the Empire was always remembered it. To say I could finally relax would have been a stretch, but at least I had something to count on. In the end, how many people are traveling to the Empire, Ray? Claire left the information gathering to me while she studied my Revi Lily notes. About 50. The centerpiece of the group would be you. Just as Matt had said, you had once been third in line of the throne and was now... Oh god, hi Cat. is now cardinal of the spiritual church, giving her great value as a hostage. Of course, Yu's close confidant Misha would also come. Misha! Some of our other participants included Lana, Eve, Eve! I will end you, Ray Taylor.
Oh no.
And Joel from my class. We decided to enroll May and Alea at the Imperial Academy's elementary school. I couldn't help worry about what the Empire would teach them, as I did have a rough idea of their curriculum. We needed someone to look after them while Claire and I schemed. Sos and the Alps are also studying students. Lene will be among them. That's fantastic news. Claire's face lit up upon hearing Lene. She loved Lene as much as ever, and I made a sour face. Oh my, you're jealous? Whatever. Don't be like that.
Yep.
Lene may be a close friend of mine, but you're my one and only lover. I know, but I still can't help feeling a little needy. You're so adorable. Claire smiled angelically and kissed me. It's not fair. Mama raised the only one. Me too, me too. May insisted. Me too, please. Alea insisted as well. Yes, one at a time. Smiling all the while, Claire gave May and Alea a kiss on the forehead. The two girls looked ticklish, but happy, accepting their kisses regardless. Will they make friends? May asked. I'm worried, Alea said. We head out for the Empire tomorrow, and as shy as they were, the girls were worried about moving to a new environment. I'm sure you two will be fun. You're so cute after all, Claire said. I'm cute? May asked. That's right. Me too? Alea asked. Of course. Yay! Mother, Claire said I'm cute. Claire smiled at May and Alea and kissed them on the cheeks. What about me? I asked. Does Mother Ray want kisses too? May smiled. You have to say pretty please, Alea insisted. Pretty please! Okay, fine. I received strangely different treatment, but was kissed nonetheless. I seized the opportunity to grab them and began raining down kisses on their marshmallow soft cheeks. No! Let go, please! It seemed they truthfully didn't like it, so I let them go. That kind of actually made Mommy sad. I think I understand the family hierarchy now, said Claire. Was the top of May and Alea at the middle. Oh, no, that was Ray, actually. I said, I think I finally understand the family hierarchy. Claire was the top, May and Alea were in the middle, and I was at the very bottom.
Ray.
Our family is no such thing. May and Alea both respect you just as much. Isn't that right? Claire tried to cheer me up.
Is it?
I really like the food you make, May exclaimed.
So, It's all of them, the food, and then Ray.
Now that I learned from Mother Ray, I understand just how good at cooking she is, Alea says. My greatest asset was cooking, it seemed. That kind of hurt in its own way. No needed to be happy. I love cooking, and it was a fine skill, but I wouldn't mind if they had something a little nicer, you know? All right, you two. It's time for bed. You have to be up early tomorrow. Claire said it was almost 8 p.m. and the children's bedtimes. I don't want to sleep yet. I'm not sleepy. The girls objected, which is out of character for them. Oh. Oh, really? You two look pretty sleepy to me. No, I'm not sleepy.
Aww.
Was something wrong with them? They usually went to bed when we asked them to. Ooh. I don't want to sleep because when we wake up, we'll have to say bye-bye to the house.
Oh,
May says she rubbed her eyes. I don't want to
cute.
say bye-bye.
Oh, they're so
I
cute.
know. Oh.
Cannot handle.
Claire said shocked, but of course this house had been a first place they could happily call their own home. Neither the streets of the slums nor the communal living space of the Covenant had the hallmarks of a place where they truly belonged, and they would be apart with it for tomorrow. May, Alea, we're not saying goodbye to this house just yet, huh? Claire grinned from their confused, sleepy countenances as she continued. For a moment like these, we'll say be back soon. Really? Are we coming back soon? Yes, and this house will be here waiting for us to say welcome back to you.
So
Claire
sweet.
scooped them up. How about we sleep together? Yay! Can we? Why not? If that's okay with you, Ray. Of course, I'll fetch the futons. Thank you. Claire carried the girls to the bedroom. I thought of the trials to come. I brought the lightweight goose down from the futons. I'll make sure everyone comes back to this house alive. I'm sure life in the North wouldn't be as peaceful as our life here. Making contact
The bird
with...
is back.
Get a picture.
Let me try and get a picture. It's like through our window. Okay, let me try and get it. Let's see. Zoom in. Ah, I got it!
You got the blue jay?
It's like not, it's like super grainy picture with the netting in the way, but we did get it. We got it. There it is. Aww. I took like 7 pictures.
Try?
Yeah, let's try KB's phone camera. Oh, yours is much clearer. KB's cameras are so much better.
Oh!
It went off.
No, there's 2!
Oh, there's 2. I did
I
get
chased the other one away.
at least one picture where you can see it.
Yay!
Yeah, you can't really see how blue it is, but
Well, you got it regardless.
you got it. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Let's see here. Making contact with Feline and defeating the Empire would likely involve difficult decisions, more difficult than the ones made for Revolution. Even so, I'll find a happy future for my family.
It's over here on this side. Oh my gosh. Quick. Okay, I got a better one. This one.
It's like the screens don't even exist with my phone, huh?
It's much better. Look at the little bird. Okay.
Defeating the Empire will likely involve difficult decisions, more difficult than the ones made for the Revolution. Even so, I'll find that happy future for my family and for their happiness. That night, we all slept side by side with Claire and I, sandwiching May and Alea. The 2 girls argued over who would sleep on Claire's side. Are you seriously back for more, Binky?
Yeah.
And played rock, paper,
Our
scissors,
cat's back
ending May's victory.
for
My
cuddles.
feelings weren't hurt or anything. Yeah, your feelings weren't hurt or
My
anything.
feelings are hurt or anything.
Next morning, we packed our bags and left the house. The carriage waited outside, ready to take us to the Empire. Claire looked behind us, and we were finally ready to make our journey. But before that, one last thing, we turned to the house and smiled. Be back soon!
Aww,
That's the end of that chapter.
that's the end. Aww. Be back soon.
Binky's like, me too, though.
Binky's like,
She's
cuddle me more.
sniffing your leg.
She's sniffing my leg, yes. So we need to clip her claws. We clipped 2 of the cat's claws, but Binky's did not get clipped. So yeah, I've been experiencing some little needles on my shoulder.
And
We're gonna
drool.
have to, and drool. We're gonna have to get her taken care of after. Anyway, the twins, way too cute. Way too adorable. And Claire mothering them, also way too cute, way too adorable. Oh my gosh, you're too much with her.
She's purring.
She's like, I'm happy, I guess. Cute. Yeah, so they're all going together. It's a group journey. But I guess we're still not gonna get to see Minoria. No.
Nope.
But Eva's coming. So we might get more. We might get more on Eve. Yeah. That was quite a picture. I'm crying. They're way too cute. Anything else? Any other takeaways?
Nope. Can't wait for more.
It's cute. Excited. Can't wait for more. Yeah. And we have dinner ready, waiting for us. And it's cute.
The blue jay's back too.
Oh, the blue jay's back.
That's something in his mouth.
The blue jay
Binky's like,
has dinner too. And Binky's like, is that blue jay my dinner? Alright, thanks so much for hanging out with us while we read this part of I'm in Love with the Villainess Volume 3. If you've enjoyed hanging out with us here and would like to chat in with us live, you can join our YouTube channel membership where we have monthly live streams in our fandom live tier of the membership. Look forward to connecting with you again soon, and we will be sending so much love. Till next time!
Laters!
Little